I lied to my parents and stole money from them. It got worse over time. It started small, like maybe around when I'm 12 years old. I stole a little bit of money from my parents' drawer, which is the place where they tend to keep their stack of money. My parents were not too tech-savvy, so they tend to use cash and kept their money in a small vault or locked drawer. I stole like around $10 and kept it for lunch money. My parents always give me lunch money, but sometimes they forget, and I'm too scared to ask money from my parents. This was due to our financial situation at the time. So every talk regarding money was like walking in landmines. Anyway, so over the years, our financial situation got pretty decent and it was easier to ask for pocket money. So I stopped stealing money until I started college. I attended an overseas university. At first, things were great until I started failing my classes. My grades went from 4.0 GPA to 3.5 and 3.0. And over the semester, it just kept going down. I was struggling to maintain my studies, and I was confused as to why I could not even get the words in. And I started to play mobile games as a way to relieve my stress. The game I'm playing was Genshin Impact. Yes, I know, don't attack me, PLs. Blame my friend for forcing me to play this game with them. At first, it does help with maintaining my stress, but then I began to develop, you guessed it, gacha addiction. For those who are unfamiliar with the term, it is basically gambling. The game has a system where you can get rare, limited characters with great fighting abilities and designs by rolling for them. However, you don't necessarily guarantee to get them every time, hence that's where the gambling comes in. In order for you to get guaranteed to get the character, you have to pay real money. The game doesn't force you to pay money, as long as you kept playing the missions daily, but I began to irresponsibly spend the money my parents send me for my rent and everyday necessities on it. I was addicted to the euphoria of getting the characters and collecting them. It was a distraction tactic to make me forget about my problems. I began to lie to my parents to get them to send more money to me, and even forged various documents and events like, oh, my university was doing a seminar. Can you send me $600 cuss? The entrance fee was expensive cuss. It's a 3-day seminar. Oh, I need to renew my student visa. They need around $5,000 for me to pay for everything. Oh, the document of proof? Here it is. I even resort to forget my bank statements before I email it to them. And it continues on even when I have to return back to my country due to the 2020 event. Every day I stole around 100 more or less depending on how much I can get from their cash drawer. I lost count of how much I've stolen from them. Till this day, they never questioned why I spend so much money. They only told me that all these money is an investment for my future, and it's the parents' responsibility to help their children. Because they thought I spend it on my studies. I was haunted with guilt and began hearing voices screaming how I am such a scornful child, worthless and disgusting. I even contemplate to uninstall my game because I couldn't handle being the person I am. This also contributes even worse to my gaming addiction and ever-failing grades. I couldn't stop and kept stealing. At some point, I did try to stop playing the game, however, my compulsive spending is still there. I ended up using the money on something else, like buying expensive food, buying expensive skincare, purchasing random things on online shopping websites. Yesterday, I downloaded Genshin again and spent even more on it. I finally visited a therapist because my university called me due to my failing grades and advised me to get professional help. However, till this day, I never told my parents about what I did. Mom, Dad, I'm so sorry.
Hey, at least you are realizing, and at least you are coming clean. Now, I would not advise you to tell your parents and break their heart. I would advise you to do the following. Understand that you are in debt with your parents. So say take a conservative number, like say you have stolen $2,000 from them or $5,000 USD, I don't know. Whatever that number is, your head, you have to now concentrate on your studies, on your work, on your future. You have to start making money, and instead of spending it on yourself, you have to slowly pay them back without them knowing what's it for. That's what I would do. I wouldn't uninstall your game because that's the most selfish you could do. It's time you learn to live with yourself and start doing actions that will make you love yourself again. I've been dealing with addictions for a decade, and I have hurt and made dumb decisions that have hurt people around me. The only way out of this is to bring yourself to the present moment. Understand the past, you is dead, and the future, you will never come. What is left is now. Right now, your actions is all that matters.
Honestly, this is the best advice I have ever gotten regarding my issue. I was debating on my next action because I'm just so lost on what to do. Thank you so much for your comment. I will take note of this.